I have respect for guys. I have respect for guys' games and what they've done, but at no point in my career will I ever back down. I will never back down. I have respect for guys, but I will never apologize. I dunk, I shoot, alley-oop, I attack, I make plays my way. I've never tried to make people mad. I've never tried to make people look bad. Sometimes things happen. Life goes on. I dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. It's a blast for me. Dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. That's what people want to see. I will never back down. I will never back down. I have respect for guys, but I will never apologize. I dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody. It's a blast for me. Dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody. I will never back down.
Blake Griffin riding off into the sunset this season after 13 seasons in the NBA. I got to tell you, he was one of the toughest, and I don't mean in a good way, interviews that I ever did in my career. Just, that personality is just real monotone, but one of the most, prolific highlight reels in the game. I put him right up there with some of the greats when it came to his dunks, and we'll see who will take that title going forward. Anthony Edwards, the Ant-Man, definitely has some highlight reels. What's up, Mike Patton? What's going on, my brother? Hope you're doing well. Mr. Touring the AFC South himself. All right, let's get right into it. Talk Your Team Tuesday. I got to get through this fast break edition. NBA Finals off and running, and right now they're all running Boston style. Boston has been able to blow out Dallas in game number 1 and then hold off Dallas in game number 2. Final score of that one, 105-98. But, man, I'm going to tell you, that was a game of literally 2 halves. Dallas looked like they were going to, do something in that first half. And in second half, Boston did what only they can do, and that's pull away and hold off the Dallas Mavericks. But now I got to tell you, I'm going to make some unpopular comments in this segment. And man, I hope you are listening, because this is not a Jason Kidd problem. This is not a Jason Kidd problem. Let me tell you something, and I don't want to call this other player in the WNBA's name, because I don't want her stans, not fans, because it's not all of them, to come for me. But this is why you cannot base everything just off of scoring and assists and rebounds. You cannot do that. Those are not the only 3 categories that make up a game. When I look at Luka's stat line, 32 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists, I get excited. Like, oh, Luka, triple-double, 12 for 21 from the field, shot over 50%, 4 for 9 from 3, right under 50%. I get excited. But if I keep scrolling over, I see 8 turnovers that I saw happen during the game, and I know for myself that those turnovers, some of them, not all of them, some of them came at crucial moments that killed his team's momentum, their drive to get back in the game, their ability to keep the lead in the game. Luka had some just inexcusable turnovers, had some great assists, behind the back, no look, around guys where he couldn't even see a person, had some spectacular plays. But he also had some back-breaking turnovers that assisted. Watch this now. I'm not saying he cost his team the game, but assisted in his team losing the game. Those 8 turnovers were crucial. They were crucial. That was a game that Dallas had an ability to get on the road and take the home court advantage away from Boston. I know Boston doesn't play well at home, but again, the playoffs don't really get started until a road team wins and the road team could have won that game last night. They even got back in it after being down by 18 or more. But those turnovers were crucial. And Mike, I got you right here. Mike Patton, touring the AFC South, says Luka out there playing horrible defense. He's not 100. That leg, hamstring, knee, whatever, was not good. Yeah, I got to get on Kyrie. Kyrie, anyone seen Kyrie this series? Listen, let me just say this. I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, by way of Louisiana. And there was a player, and I live in Houston, so let me tie it all together. There was a player for the Cincinnati Bengals that they felt like had a whole lot of potential at quarterback. His name was Andy Dalton, played high school quarterback right up the road at Katy High School. Andy Dalton from Houston, Texas, went to TCU, got drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals, and he was supposed to be their quarterback of the future. Marvin Lewis was a head coach. I know a lot of folks want to rail on Marvin Lewis, but to this day, still the first man for the Cincinnati Bengals and only man for the Cincinnati Bengals to win 5 straight AFC North titles. 5 straight. Got them and got them to the playoffs 5 times. I'm sorry, I think I misspoke. Got them to the playoffs 5 times straight, 5 years in a row. The problem was Andy Dalton did not play well against his hometown team. Andy Dalton was all right against everybody else, but when he played against the Texans, he was extremely horrible. I mean, to the point where he did not give his team the best chance to win, to the point where it was like Marvin Lewis has got to consider the possibility of not starting Andy Dalton when they play the Texans in the playoffs. It was that bad. He literally had to make a decision whether to start his, quarterback of the future, franchise quarterback, against his hometown team. He never made that decision. And guess what? Marvin Lewis lost his job. Andy Dalton ended up getting shipped out, and he never beat the Houston Texans in the playoffs. I say the same thing about Kyrie. For whatever reason, psychological, mental, spiritual, relational, whatever it is, Kyrie Irving does not play well against the Boston Celtics. He's got history there. It didn't end well. It didn't go well. And for whatever reason, it is in Kyrie's head. That's not a slight on Kyrie. That was not a slight on Andy Dalton. It definitely wasn't a slight on Marvin Lewis. They've got to consider putting Kyrie in a position where he can work through whatever his issues are against playing against Boston without hurting the team. I know it's not his hometown, but I'm telling you, when he left there, it did not go well for him when he played against it. What is Kyrie like? 0-16, 0-17 against the Boston Celtics since he's left? There's a problem there. I'm a math guy. That's probability and statistics. He is outside of the probability and the statistic. If you flip a coin 16, 17 times, eventually you're going to get a heads or tails. Very rarely will you get 16 straight of one side. It's something bigger than what Kyrie can figure out. It's something bigger than what coach can figure out. It's something bigger than what the team can figure out. They've got to consider doing something abnormal to make it normal. And I mean it. If they bring Kyrie off the bench, I mean, he's the starter. You know who you are. If they bring him off the bench, if they start using him in different situations than what they're using him in now, maybe, just maybe, something will change. But he's got to get that baby grand piano off of his back. And right now, it ain't budging. It is not budging. All right. Mike Patton said 100 or not. He's playing. He's got to play, give a better effort. Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, 2 players, different leagues, male, female, when they don't get their calls, they out of it. They're out of it. Luka's body language when he doesn't get a call of a perceived foul, and another player in another league whose name I will not mention When they don't get the calls, their body language is poo. I said it. It's poo. All right, there's All Mad. I always appreciate you coming in, All Mad, because, I'll be talking about you and Jason Kidd. Why are they not playing Morris? He can help better than those other guys who want to take the shots. Again, it's coaching. I just don't see it, All Mad. I don't see it. Again, rotations are, man, they're tough come playoff time. Matchups are tough come playoff time. Again, I'm not opposed to Jason Kidd just doing something abnormal, and that's bringing Kyrie off the bench. But you don't replace Kyrie with Morris. You don't do that. So again, man, I'll see. Let me just say this: nobody had anything to be proud about with the Dallas Mavs this past game. The only person who was plus in throughout the whole game was PJ Washington. Both Luka and Kyrie were a -3. Jones was a -5. Gafford was even 0. But then you go down the bench. Green was -10. Lively was -15. Exum was a +4. Kleber was a +1. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Mike Patton says they don't need to bench him, but who are they starting in place? I say run some sets and start the game for Irving to get him going. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, if I had not seen it for myself, bruh, Andy Dalton would be horrible. I mean, stuff he's never done, just bad decisions, bad throws, bad plays, bad whatever. Kyrie's doing the same thing, man. He literally, just like Luka's turnovers affected the momentum of the game. Great scoring line, great stat line, but those turnovers were costly. Some of Kyrie's plays were costly. So again, but watch this now. I say all that to say this, and I got to take a break. I say all that to say this. Dallas wins game 3 tomorrow night. Dallas wins game 3 tomorrow night. Dallas wins game 3 tomorrow night. Boston will not sweep the Dallas Mavs. Take a break. Be right back right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
If you're looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show. BS3 Network proudly presents.
I am Cole Johnson, and welcome to
Cole Sports with a Z. Every Friday on Patreon and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets.
Hey, My name is Danny Wilson, and I won $500 on the lunch break with AJ Jones.
All right, it's not too early to talk about how you can win $500 cash right here on the lunch break with Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Get ready, start getting ready, start checking out what's happening with your team in preseason, because come September, first weekend September, we are rolling. We are rolling. All right, let me wrap this one up. Keith Hennick, I got to go back to the football thing. I got a lot of comments. From last Wednesday when I put up my predictions for the NFL divisions. Let me put them back up because I've edited the graphic where I've included my playoff teams, my conference playoff teams, and then my representatives for the next Super Bowl. So here we go. Let's get to it. All right. I stick by this. I stand on business for this right here. Mike Patton, let me see what you're talking about. I don't think you've seen this. I know I haven't shared it with you. But anyway, I've got the Baltimore Ravens. Winning the AFC North. I've got them winning the AFC North. Again, let me see. Let me pull this up from last season. All right. So last season, the Ravens were 13-4. The Bills were 11-6. Oh, okay. I want to do the divisions. Hold on. The Ravens were 13-4. The Browns were 11-6. I got them going 10-7 and making the playoffs. The Steelers were 10-7, made the playoffs. I got them missing it. And the Bengals last year were 9-8. I got a repeat of that. So that's where I am right there. Let's go to the next slide. All right. AFC South, Mike, I know you don't want to hear me. But man, I'm telling you, this is what it is. The only thing that I got changing is the Jaguars and the Colts flipping 9-8, 8-9. Last year, Jaguars were 9-8, Colts were 9-8. But I don't see much improvement on that bottom team. I don't see much improvement from that bottom team. I know y'all like Will Levis and are high on him, but bruh, just wait. Team's got a whole lot more film on them now than they did before, and I think it is not going to bode well for Tennessee. He's got Texans, Titans, Colts. Jaguars are the last team. He says Texans, Titans, Colts, and Texans. He says Titans are going to be very good this year. Well, prove me wrong, bro. I don't mind being wrong, especially coming from you. You're one of the brightest minds in this business. I don't mind being wrong, but right now, this is what I got. Again, that's preseason. I don't mind being wrong. All right, let's go to the AFC East. Bills 11-6. Last year, the Bills were 11-6. Dolphins were 11-6. I got them at 10-7. Patriots 7-10. That's three more wins than what they had last year. And the Jets, I got at 6-11. They were 7-10 last year. Their quarterback, I'm not going to call his name either because I'm so ready for this dude to retire and get out of our lives. I don't know what to say, but he's already missed a mandatory camp for personal reasons. All I'll say is this, whether it was approved or not, whether it was already discussed or not, you are the leader of your team, a young team, a team that is looking for an identity, some leadership, and to better represent themselves out on the field, and you've got that guy out for personal reasons. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. I got Bills. And Mike, here I am with the Dolphins. I see what you said there. Here I am with the Dolphins. Until they do it, I'm not giving them credit for it. They were real flashy last year. They had all the hype, high speed, high volume, and all that. Until they do it, I'm not giving them credit for something that they have not yet done. So they got to prove, man. They got to prove it. So I think you just don't like him. It ain't no secret. Let him show up to my house knocking on the door. He's gonna get them laws called on him. I promise you. But yeah, he's gotta be more of a leader, man, rather than a distraction. But there are more than him that just missing camp, actually, LOL, and some leaders too. Again, if he's the man, then he's got to be the man. And right now, he ain't the man. I don't care what anybody else does. He got too much drama around him to be missing camp. All right, here we go. AFC West. Yep. I got KC without any doubt. I got the Chargers under their new head coach, who I am not a fan of, but the dude can coach. I mean, I know how to get out of the way of my feelings. The dude can coach. And when I look at the other teams in that division, he's got the second best team. The Raiders just missed the playoffs. I think Antonio Pierce does a great job again. I think he does a great job again. 8-9, I got him going 9-8. And then the Broncos with their head coach is just, I think they're going, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Something about Harbaugh. He's going to make Justin Herbert look like he should. Again, never can come to my house, but the dude can coach. They're going to be the second best team in that division. All right, now watch this. Here we go. Here are the division winners, in my opinion. Kansas City, the Ravens, the Bills, and the Texans. That's what I got. Division winners. Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, Texans. The playoff teams for me, AFC, wild card. Browns 10-7, Dolphins 10-7, Chargers 10-7. I'm locked in on the Browns. I'm not so much locked in on the Dolphins and the Chargers. I'm not so much locked in on the Dolphins and the Chargers, so other teams can get in. It's a tough division, man. It's a tough division, and I think at any I don't know if the Texans are going to sweep the division like they've done in the past. I think that 10-7 is going to be about right. Maybe 11. I don't see them in the 12 to 13 wins. I definitely don't see them in the 9 to 8 wins. They don't take a step back. All right, so here we go. AFC Championship game, a repeat of last year. Chiefs and Ravens. Chiefs and Ravens. Let's see. Boom. NFC North. I got the Lions. As one of, if not the best team in the NFC. Say what you want to say about Dan Campbell. He can't do opening day press conferences, but the dude can coach. And he's got them believing in his process in Detroit. I got him. He says, hey, bro, I learned the hard way. I like to bet against Mahomes, but I can't. No, don't. Keith Hennig bet against Mahomes, and it cost him. So we still doing GoFundMes for him. Lions 13-4, Packers 10-7, and in the playoffs, Vikings 8-9, Bears no real movement. All right, here we go. NFC South, ugly division, and the Buccaneers win the ugly division until somebody else does. Saints, I ain't impressed. Falcons, I ain't impressed. Panthers, again, not impressed. Should have given Wilkes that job in Carolina. Should have given Steve Wilkes that job in Carolina. And until you do right by, let me go ahead and do the whoopee fingers. Until you do right by him, everything you touch. All right, let's go. NFC East, I've got the Eagles over the Cowboys. I've got the Giants, less than mediocre. And I've got the Commanders still struggling. But the Eagles bounce back this year. Not up in the 13 wins, but I got them 11, 12. And we'll see. Cowboys, they're a question mark for me. Not enough activity in the offseason. And if they don't get CeeDee Lamb done, I'm telling you now, Cowboy fans, you're going to be really mad. And again, nothing will change. Jerry Jones is not going to fire himself. Stephen Jones is not going to fire himself. I'm telling you right now, the Cowboys are on thin ice. 49ers, of course, still do their thing out west. 13-4, Rams 9-8, sneaking the playoffs. Seahawks 9-8, miss the playoffs. Cards 5-12. Tough life down there. tough life down there. All right, let's go division winners. Lions and Niners, both 13-4. Eagles 11-6, and the Ugly Bucks at 9-8. Wild card teams. Cowboys get into playoffs. All mad. They get into playoffs. What are you harassing me for? You like Jason Kidd? You don't like Jason Kidd, but you believe in the Cowboys head coach? You kidding me? Come on, all man. I love you, bro. You bugging, man. You bugging. All right. Cowboys 11-6 playoffs. Packers 10-7 playoffs. And Rams sneak in. All right, here we go. Bang. Championship game. Lions and Niners. And let me tell you something. You're not going to believe who I've got in the Super Bowl. I'm stepping out there on mine. I'm standing on business on mine. Lions and Niners in the Super Bowl. I mean, in the NFC Championship game. I'm sorry, my graphic is messed up. I did that, not the kids. Here's the Super Bowl. There it is. Look, go argue with your cousin. Don't mess with me. Go argue with your cousin. Don't mess with me. Mike, to your point, Dan Campbell does not make those bonehead little league aggressive decisions that turned out to be mistakes. He learns from his mistakes. He plays field position. He plays defense. He plays offense when he needs to play offense. And he takes, watch this, he takes chances at the right time, not all the time. And they make the Super Bowl over the 49ers. I'm telling you right now, look, everybody be mad. Everybody, Titans be mad. Ben Sutter III, Cowboy fans be mad. All mad, be mad. You already mad. This is it right here. Get yours together. Send it to me. I'll put your junk up. I'll put y'all stuff up. But you're not going to just pick mine apart and you're not going to pick yours. So Mike Patton, shoot me your picks. All mad, shoot me your picks. Ben Sutter III, shoot me your picks. But this is what it is right here. At least I have some method to my madness. That's what I got. And I'm proud. I stand on business. Mike Patton talking about 49ers versus anybody. All right. Okay. Mike, it's good you joined us today, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Listen, I got to get ready to get out of here. This was just a quick one, man. I'm gonna leave that up. Because I think that's making y'all mad. I'm gonna leave that up. When it happens, y'all call me, okay? Keith Hennick, shoot me a 99 cents Arizona iced tea. Mike Patton, go ahead and shoot me a Memphis rib. Just one. I don't need a whole slab. Just shoot me a Memphis rib. And when this is right, y'all shoot me my stuff, okay? Listen, I got to get ready to roll. Might not be a show tomorrow. I can't determine just yet. I'm supposed to be on the road. So if there is, it'll be a quick one. If not, I'll do a replay of today. But as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. Y'all be blessed, and we'll talk to you tomorrow for Winning Wednesday. All right? All right, y'all take care. Hold on, man. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? All right, y'all.
My name is James Jr., and I won $500 on the lunch money from the Keeping Up with the Joneses Bracket Challenge.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.